This is the start of this segment. Hi, YouTube. I hope you like, subscribe, and click that notification bell if you enjoy this video. Now, let's begin. So, what's going on with this is that Big Bird has tweeted a tweet, as one does, and they said that they got hold on, we got a real thing over here. Tweet inserted. Okay, I got the COVID-19 vaccine today. My wing is a little sore, but it'll give my body an extra protective boost that keeps me and others healthy. Based and bird pilled. Based and bird pilled. That is what Big Bird has said, and that is why conservatives are trying to cancel. Yes, conservatives are trying to cancel Big Bird. And I'll give you more reason why as we read this article. Shortly after Republicans made dramatic gains in the 1994 midterm elections, then the House Speaker Newt Gingrich was eager to get to work on his plans to balance the budget. High on Republicans' list was limiting federal funds for public broadcasting. I think this is talking about how conservatives, even back in the day, were trying to cancel Big Bird. So, history repeats itself as it does not. The move was not well received. In fact, it led to headlines such as "Are Newt and his cronies afraid of Big Bird?" When the Clinton White House prevailed in budget talks and support for public broadcasting survived, there were related headlines such as "Big Bird taken off death row." In other words, Republicans pick a fight with the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, and Big Bird won. A quarter of a century later, it appears the GOP is taking aim at the 8-foot, 2-inch Muppet again, NBC News reported yesterday. Big Bird's seemingly innocuous and obviously fictional announcement Saturday that he has been vaccinated against COVID-19 caused a stir online as Republican like Senator Ted Cruz, which is funny, of Texas, accused the yellow anthropomorphic bird of tweeting government propaganda. Like it's funny how Ted Cruz and other Republicans are tried so hard to act like they're the working man when they're just so much the opposite, and like they do everything in their power to fuck over the working man and actually and benefit more the billionaires by giving them tax cuts, giving them more money in order for them to serve their own purpose, just all that shit, and they're like, oh, we are the working man and we know what government propaganda is. And also funny how Ted Cruz, a real puppet, is talking shit about Big Bird. Based Big Bird. Ted Cruz cringe, Big Bird based. We already read that. Miss Erica R. Hill even said, I've been getting vaccines since I was a little bird. I had no idea. The timing of the tweet was not coincidental. Children aged 5 to 11 are not eligible for Pfizer vaccine. Based, it should have been. Well, I'm not gonna say they should have been done like earlier. Well, yeah, but at least children 5 to 11 can get vaccinated for COVID. Now we need newborns is like the next step to be vaccinated. Like every other vaccine we give them, that should be mandatory. Big Bird, whose character is perpetually 6 years old, was clearly using social media to help inform kids about important public health information. And that did not go over well with some Republicans, Ted Cruz whined. At the iconic Sesame Street character was promoting government propaganda. Some Fox News personalities pushed similar lines. If a Republican congressional candidate in Pennsylvania suggests the vaccine might kill Big Bird, while a GOP state legislator in Arizona called the Muppet a communist. Of course, suggested the vaccine might kill Big Bird. And it's funny how much the GOP has fallen to such an anti-intellectual and anti-science stance, and it's funny, it's surprising, but not unexpected. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they've been going downhill so fast, so quick, and the vaccine might kill Big Bird. Of course, that's a possibility, but it's like very small possibility. And COVID has a a higher chance of killing you, if not damaging you in the long term, like we talked about in the Joe Rogan segment that I have on my YouTube. Right off the bat, it's worth emphasizing for context that Big Bird has spent decades helping inform families about public health campaigns, including vaccination efforts. These efforts haven't traditionally generated any partisan backpush, probably because political figures would have been embarrassed to complain publicly about a Sesame Street character promoting accurate, potentially life-saving information. What's more, let's pause to note this is how weird 2021 has become with regard to Republicans and children entertainment. It started with the GOP's fixation on Dr. Seuss, which had soon followed by compliments about Potatoes Head dolls, and now Disney Plus disclaimer to some episodes of Muppet Show. Now Big Bird is a new villain in some far right circles. Oh yeah, remember that shit when Republicans said that Dr. Seuss has been canceled, even though he wasn't. The people who own uh, uh, Dr. Seuss's books, they out of nowhere said we're not publishing these 5 or 3 books because it has racist depictions of people in it, like the Asian stereotype and this black stereotype in it. And they did not want to publish those books anymore, and and there are also books that most people don't even know about. Dr. Seuss, some of his lesser known books, and Republicans threw out in the rage saying that Dr. Seuss was being canceled, even though no one was canceling Dr. Seuss. And some of the books on that were taken off the list, they're not going to be published anymore, were books that Dr. Seuss said that he was not proud of, and he specifically made Horton Hears Who to combat the ideas that he put on in those books. I can only imagine how much better off we'd be if GOP invested as much energy in actual governance. Damn, wrecked, gashly wrecked. But perhaps most important of all is the peek behind the rhetorical curtain. For many prominent Republican votes, there's an official line. They are not acting anti-vaccine, they're anti-mandates, but they're not. They are acting anti-vaccine. Don't say they're just anti-mandates. They are anti-vaccine in the same way that they're not for states' rights. They just want slavery back. There's no shortage of GOP officials in multiple levels of government that claim they're on board with COVID-19 vaccinations, just so long as they're entirely voluntary and there are no consequences for those who refuse to do the right thing. It's a deeply flawed argument, to be sure, but the pushback against Big Bird suggests it is not altogether sincere. The Sesame Street character simply helped to get the word out on vaccines during a pandemic. For Republicans like Cruz, it was a step too far. And now we will watch this segment.
Unexpected beef.
And I'll give you my overall thoughts on this shit.
We should talk about the GOP fighting with Big Bird. Over the weekend, we saw the Twitter account for Big Bird post. I got the COVID-19 vaccine today. My wing is feeling a little sore, but it'll give my body an extra protective boost that keeps me and others healthy. And adding, I've been getting vaccines since I was a little bird. I had no idea. But that announcement actually coming after several Sesame Street characters, including Big Bird, took part in a town hall event on CNN to help with questions from kids and parents about the Pfizer COVID vaccine. And just like that, boom, divisive culture war. Right, the likes of Ted Cruz quote tweeting Big Bird's post and writing, "Government propaganda for your 5-year-old." With many prominent conservatives also echoing that claim that a puppet was spreading propaganda. Some also using the opportunity to falsely claim that children are not at risk of getting COVID-19 or spreading COVID-19. But some also taking it even further. One Republican state senator in Arizona calling Big Bird a communist. You also had a GOP congressional candidate in Tennessee implying that the puppet would die from the vaccine. But also on the other side, you have people praising the move, prompting "I stand with Big Bird" to trend on social media. With many arguing that it's ridiculous that people are outraged by Big Bird, where he's known for spreading messages about kindness and learning, and actually
Big Bird has been based his entire life.
Never upset Republicans. Pointing out that this isn't even the first time that the puppet's been used to help promote vaccines for kids, with people sharing clips from a 1972 episode when Big Bird got vaccinated against the measles and encouraged other kids to do the same. And then the final thing we'll talk about today is that...
And that is pretty much it. Just a short Uh, just a short video, man. It's not really much to it. It's just another, yeah. It's just another culture war thing that Republicans would just want to use as outrage to try to get more voters on their side, which sadly does work. But we need to do a much better we need to do much better to fight against this and actually call it what it is. Because if the left does it, the right calls it cancel culture, what you call it, and then people will automatically assume that it's bad because the right is calling cancel culture. We need to do the same. We need to call this cancel culture like it is cancel culture. Like if this was Big Bird said that you shouldn't get vaccine and left was mad about that, of course Republicans say cancel culture. We need to do the same. And this is in fact cancel culture. Republicans do want to cancel Big Bird, and they will lose like they always lose against Big Bird because Big Bird is too Chad of a bird to be taken down by virgin Republicans and conservatives. So that's pretty much it. Just a short little video on another culture war issue which does not matter in the long run. So again, I hope you, if you like this video, I hope you like and subscribe. Press that notification bell to know when I upload a new video. And yep,